Blessed to be here. His Imperial Majesty name, Haile Selassie I First. I'm Aswad, and I'm right here trying to do my thing, you know.
So what are you doing here, man? You got here on sale.
I got here on sale. Well, I got some Selassie items here, some scarves, some hats.
What about the drinks, man? You got your drinks?
I do drinks on the side here, you know what I mean? And some nice natural juices.
Yeah. What's the variety?
Variety is herbal brews. You got chlorophyll brews. You got juice brews. All like noni and lemon. You got cherry and a cashew.
For those that who won't know, what are the uses of these tonics that you have?
Tonics, well, the power tonic is good for build the blood, clean the blood, good for the prostate gland, good for the immune system. That's a power tonic.
You have the power tonic?
Right, barks and roots.
Okay.
Right. Not labeled today because it was just free up, you know what I mean? Yeah. You get noni and lemon. That's very good for a refresher, a cleanser, also an energizer. You get 7 powers, good to build the nature, the sperm, good for control the fatty acids. Right?
How long have you been into this business?
Well, about 25 odd years, maybe a little more than that. I ain't too sure, but about 25 years.
Yeah. So how has it been for you? What was the difficulties and what was the ups and downs that come through, you know?
Well, the ups and downs, that's life, how life is going sometimes, right? But they got some people that try a thing and say that, well, they want to be healthy, but then they turn back, you know what I mean? So you don't see certain customers anymore. You just see them in a new thing, right?
Yeah.
And it go on. But this is a health thing I deal with, right?
So the majority of customers is Rastas who...
Yeah, the majority is Rastafari. Yeah.
So what the response do you get from the other bald heads?
Well, some of them try, you know what I mean? As I tell you, and some will come in and they got more talk, they talk, they want to be healthy, but then they try little herbs here, little herbs there, little barks and roots, and they disappear. You know what I mean? How's it feeling good to disappear?
So how is it for you? What about the Rastafari community here? How is the Rastafari community here going in Barbados for you? How do you look at it?
Well, I look at it now from a point of view that there's a long time now that you need togetherness, and I find that the Rastas now in Barbados just drawing apart. And unity is the strength, and if we don't come together at all, we can lose with youths, we can lose with faith, if you ask me. And that's where a lot of man end up turning back, and a lot of man freaking out.
What do you feel like is drawing us apart?
Well, I think it boils down to this system in Barbados. Barbados particularly. If it was
still under the strong colonial...
That colonial mentality, yeah, you call it the relationship now. You need to detach from that.
Conditioned to it right now. They're more feeling more stable in it now that instead of coming out and breaking the chains.
You're feeling comfortable, but you can get disaster can strike just now. You can get dreader, and they telling you. So you gotta stick to the creation and try to utilize the resources that the creation got instead of dwelling upon the Babylon supermarkets and them kind of thing. Well, you can't get it from it all the way, but you need to go back to the earth. You know what I mean? Right, creation. Because eventually that's what's gonna happen. That's right.
You're here on Rastafari DVD News here in Barbados, and we got lots more coming up. Check it out. Yes, we're here on the Rastafari DVD News again, and we have a brethren here. He's also from Barbados, and he has a variety of books that's very enlightening. He also has a variety of products. But he is the man who will tell you more about it. Greetings, brethren.
Greetings, my brother. How are you?
Yeah.
This is Hiru. My name is Hiru, and from the Kobe Youth Resource Center and Healing Earth Life Products. And what we're doing is just bringing out a taste of what we have to offer at the center of African-centered books, information that helps to inspire our people to become the God and goddesses that they truly are. So we have things from Marcus Messiah Garvey, things from deals with the spiritual system of Rastafari, and things that deal with ancient African spiritual system coming out of ancient Egypt.
So tell me more about the books and what kind of books do you have here? So
right now we have, for example, the book Message to the People from Marcus Messiah Garvey. Yes, Marcus Garvey is one of the most significant figures in the life of black people throughout the world. He built one of the largest organizations across the world called the UNIA, and in that Marcus Garvey had millions of dollars where he developed factories. Back in 1921 and 1928, Marcus Garvey was building factories and laundromats and had had institutions that deal with laundry, a whole bunch of things that he developed. Started the first black dolls, the first man in the world to start making dolls that were black so we can get away from using white dolls. He had the Black Cross nurses when they had the Red Cross nurses. Marcus Garvey was developing so many things to show the world that we as African people can have our own. And that's one of the principles of Marcus Garvey, us having our own, developing our own kingdom, our own empires. So I have books by Marcus Messiah Garvey. I also have a book here by one of the most significant figures in the Pan-African world called Edmund Blyden, who talks about Christianity, Islam, and the African race, which deals with the major Eurocentric religions and how they have impacted on the lives of African people across the world, and how they have basically used the European religions to dominate their lifestyle, which kind of disempowers them from becoming African and taking back their throne and their dignity that they need to take back in order so we can restore this world to where it needs to be. So those are the two major books. And there's one book that I can't neglect to mention. It's a book called From Niggas to Gods by a brother named Akil, which is a very bold book that deals with your psychology, your state of mind, and how you refer to how you deal with reality. And that book, From Niggas to Gods. Another book I want to share with you is another book written by a local brother. It's called Beyond Paradox. Beyond Paradox is written by a brother named Paul Baxon, who's a local artist, a local writer. And this book can go along and sit on your shelf with Deepak Chopra and Khalil Gibran and those spiritual writers. This brother is an awesome brother. He's young, and that book alone is a really good book for developing your spiritual self. The product line that we have here is developed by myself as a holistic health consultant, and the company is Healing Earth Life Products. And what I do as a consultant is I help to work with people to take them back to the state of wellness. So what we would do is meet with people, have consultations with them. We'll analyze their urine, their saliva, their blood pressure, look at their fingernails, the tongue, the eyes, and through looking at these things, based on the knowledge again that we gain from Dr. Africa, then we can give them a better understanding of what's going on with the body. And with that, then we can make the prescriptions of the natural formulas to help them to overcome the challenges they may be having.
So could you give us some form of contact, either by email or telephone number, website?
Yes. We can log on to our website, is healingearthlifeproducts.com, or you can give us a call at 234-5840, or that's our cell number, 234-5840, or at the Iacobi Youth Resource Center, and that's 431-4450. That's 431-4450.
Email us.
Or you can email us at Heru, H-E-R-U, at healingearthlifeproducts.com.
Thank you. And it's all happening here at iQueens. Blessed. Love.
Respect.